Okay, you can see there what's happened. It's just rotted out. Now, full disclosure, this is in fact my house, and this was all scrap wood. We just needed a cover for the car, so I whacked this up probably 6 years ago, and it's been massively effective. But when we did it, we didn't use treated pine. We just used some scrap normal pine. What's happened is the damp's got into it and it's eaten away, but you can see the rest of it that's been under the cover, been fine. I replaced down that end. So today we're going to replace that, and I got some more scrap wood, and I'm going to give it a paint. First thing we're going to do is just take out the screws. You can see what I've done. I've actually screwed that directly into the rafter. That's because I've got the sheets running sideways. Now, the reason I did that, and I tucked it up to the gutter, basically it's because under the law, you can't discharge any water onto your neighbour's property. So by giving it the little height in the middle and running the corrugation sideways, it will drop all the water on my own property. It's just something you can do. Everybody tends to, with a pergola, they put battens across it and run it that way. Then they have to put a big gutter down that end, run it off. This is just a simple way to do it that's effective and cheap. So we removed all the screws from there. Now, when I put this up, I was smart enough to use these little 30mm tech screws and then a big one on the bottom. It just made it really easy. I don't have to get nails out. It's screwed in, I can take it out. So that was easy. If it's nails, you may have to take that off and replace it. Okay, having a look here, that's pretty much rotted right through. So when I take out, it's been held up by the tech screws. When I take out these 3 tech screws, I have a feeling that's going to drop. Hence the reason I moved the car. Keep the wife happy. So just a point, if I was taking this down and that wasn't rotted all the way through, I'd probably use a reciprocal saw, cut it through the middle, and then take it off in 2 pieces. It's just the easy way to do it. There you go, that was your action shot for the video. I'm just going to use that as my miter, get my length, cut that end, slide it back in, nail it in, and that's it. It's pretty easy. I've got to paint it first, of course. So let's get to that. Okay, so here's my scrap wood. Before you get stuck into me, this is not treated pine. This is pine designed to be in the roof on a house. Got it off site, it was scrap, they'd broken down, the carpenters had cut something wrong, so they got new wood to do it, so it's free. That's why it's not treated pine. If you're going to do it, if you're going to build a pergola on the outside, generally use treated pine. It'll give you so much more life, just better overall, and it's designed for the outdoors. This is designed to be covered. But once it's painted, it's still fungus treated, it's still treated to a degree, and it should last a good 10 years after I've painted it. So all I'm doing is using that miter there, okay, and I'm pretty much tracing it. So the way I've cut it is I'm coming up 45 there, across 45 and down 45. I'm going to cut out this section. So the beam is going to go in there and it's going to clip onto it, holding it in place, acting like a bracket. So if you see up that end, this is on the bottom side. Okay, and what that does is it just locks it all in place, gives you a nice strong joint. Now, I'm just going to turn it sideways. I'm just going to put like 3 cuts through there. Well, a number of cuts. So you'll see that there. Now I'll chisel that out, get that nice and flat, and that will lock in. I'll cut a little section off there, all right, for the other side to give it a bit of beef to hold everything in place, and there's your rafter cut. So that's the end that it's going to clip over, which will pull it all together. You get a nice little spider there to keep you happy. Okay, and then we'll just run it across. But what that does, having that little bit cut, it allows me to pull it back and hold that really rigid, because all those are the same. All those rafters are the same, and they help hold that in place so we don't get any movement going like that. I mean, the sheets brace it anyway, and it all interlocks, and that's a really, really good, strong pergola. Right, good. Thank you. Yep, all good. Yes, done. See you later. Okay, then I gave it a coat of paint and a few other things. Now, if you're a painter, you want to slag me off about the colours changes or it's a bit rough, I'll take the abuse in the comments. I'm not much of a painter. So now all we're going to do is we're going to just put in those screws and the job is done. Okay, there you have it. All done, all finished. Total cost of that job was $0. That was spare paint from out the back. Picked the wood up from site and just reused what I had. So I'll get another 6 to 10 years out of that, and then hopefully I'll build a garage on the side here. But in the meantime, the car's safe. It's all good and it works effectively. Okay. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe this video. That's my wife walking up the driveway, being a model. Yeah, it really helps me, and if you can, that'd be much appreciated. See you on the next video.